Jag har precis landat här i Amsterdam som ligger i Holland och tanken är att jag ska fiska abborre. Men jag ska inte fiska vilken abborre som helst utan jag ska fiska havsabborre. Jag har en fisk på här.
Just like a nice silver perch.
I'm gonna release it because I want to catch more. I think there's plenty of them here. Yeah, this is a decent one. Do you think you're able to land it?
Look at that net, dude. Look at that net. Look at this.
They fight better than the perch at home. Vi har precis kommit fram till platsen där vi ska fiska och vi ska börja att fiska havsabborre från land här. Och bakom oss så är det ett stort stålverk och sen så kommer havsvatten in och då så följer havsabborrarna med det. Och jag ska fiska med min kompis som heter Daniel. Och Daniel här mötte jag när jag gjorde en inspelning med Fishing in the Middle of Sweden uppe i Hälsingland i mars. Och då sa han att det roligaste fisket han vet i Holland är havsabborre. Och då frågade jag honom om jag kunde få följa med någon gång. Och då sa han ja visst. Och då frågade jag honom vilken tid är den bästa tidpunkten på hela året att fiska havsabborre. Och då sa han det är i slutet av september. Så nu är jag här i slutet av september och hoppas verkligen att vi kommer få ett bra fiske nu de här dagarna. Och eftersom han är från Holland så kan han inte prata svenska. Så när jag pratar med honom så kommer jag självklart att prata engelska. And Daniel, we have some sea bass in Sweden, but they are quite rare and very small. And I don't know how to fish them or something like that. So can you tell me a little bit about the sea bass?
All right, so the sea bass is really much like a perch, but it's a lot bigger, stronger, and silver. And the way to fish for them is you can use several techniques like jigging, topwaters, jerkbaits, or wobblers. And the most important thing is you to know where the fish are at and at what tide. Right now we're going to try and do some surface fishing, but the wind is picking up a bit. So if it doesn't work, we're going to try jigging, I think.
Och utrustningen som man använder när man fiskar havsabborre är typ samma utrustning som man använder när man fiskar abborre. Det är bara att viktigt att ha ett litet längre spö för att du vill först och främst kunna komma långt när du kastar. Men du vill också när du fightar fisken kunna styra bort den från hinder för att de tycker väldigt mycket om att gå ner i stenar och sånt. Och då är det lätt att man tappar dem. Så ett lite längre spö, typ 8 eller 9 fot är perfekt. Och sen så samma abborrerulle och samma tjocklek på linan som du har i Sverige när du fiskar abborre. Vi kommer börja med att köra ytbeten och detta är en Megalon från Gunki. Så du börjar med att sätta på denna.
I'm starting off with a nitro shad. Tobias brought this from Sweden and it really looks like baits I would use here. And the good thing is that the hook is hidden, so it's weedless and we're fishing on oyster banks and it makes it a lot easier to not get stuck and lose your bait because they're pretty expensive. The color I'm using now looks a bit like herring or smelt, and I think for sea bass it's a really good color to start with a natural color. If this doesn't work, I can always swap to a more bright color like yellow and orange or something else to see if they're aggressive and they need something different.
Vi har inte fångat eller känt någonting ännu så vi kommer använda Deeper-handgranaten för att se om vi kan hitta fisken här eller om vi kan hitta betesfisk. Så då tar vi och kastar ut den och sen så ser vi hur djupet och sånt ser ut här.
Right now it's high tide and the sea bass they're hunting at the moment. They're looking for places that are flooded, like there's crabs and there could be small fish on the shallow areas that are normally out of the water. I want a shallow area followed by a nice drop off and we can fish that.
Förra gången jag fiskade med Deepen var när jag fiskade med bland näckrosor med vår takbåt så jag behöver ändra inställningen eftersom vi fiskar från land nu. Så jag ändrar inställningen och trycker där uppe på höger på settings och sen så tar jag sonar mode och sen så trycker jag på onshore GPS mode. Och då så har man inställningarna som man behöver när man fiskar från land. Och då kan man se kartor där var man är och sen så ser man vattentemperaturen till höger och djup så där vi fiskar nu är det 3 meter och 18 grader. So the water temperature it was 18 degrees. Is that good?
Yeah, it's still good, but the temperature is really dropping at the moment. And when it goes down a couple more degrees, the sea bass will migrate to a warmer location, and they will go through the English Canal to the south, and they'll end up in France or even down south more.
Not in Sweden.
No, not in Sweden. It's cold there.
Yeah, but cast out the ball again. We need to see.
We need to get more information.
Yeah. So here you can see it's like 11 meters. It's 12 meters. It's quite deep here.
Yeah, it's really deep. There was a nice drop off there. Now it's gonna go up soon. As you can see, there's a really steep drop off. It's almost going straight down. That's because there's a lot of water coming out here when the tide turns. So it's a good spot for sea bass to hunt. We didn't see anything here, so we're gonna swap places and see if there's any fish over there.
Yeah, like no bait fish. We didn't feel anything while fishing or something. So
no. So we have to move.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
På den här platsen som vi är på just nu så har Daniel fångat väldigt många havsabborrar och därför så har jag tagit den här dipen och gjort en djupkarta för att se lite hur det ser ut här. Och som ni ser så är det inte någon riktig djuprant utan det är mest jämn botten, det är ungefär 3 meter överallt. Men om man trycker här så ser man att det är 3,8 meter. Och det är på det stället som man har fångat de flesta havsabborrarna. Och anledningen till att man har fångat de flesta havsabborrarna på just det stället är att det faktiskt är ett sjunket vrak där. Så på inget annat ställe så är det någon struktur, men just där så är det ett vrak och det skiljer sig lite från allt annat. Och då så hänger havsabborrarna till där. Så då vet vi att vi kommer koncentrera våra kast på det stället omkring vraket.
So we finally hooked into one. It's getting dark, but I'll try and land it.
That's good. We've been hammering and hammering.
Yeah, we've been hammering constantly. It's not super big, but it's nice and fat. It's actually a decent fish.
That's how a sea bass looks like.
Nice. Just like a nice silver perch.
Nice one.
All right.
Should we
It's
let
nice
it go?
and fat. Yeah, let's put it back.
But if you catch one, doesn't you catch like many?
Sometimes you do if they're schooling up, but it could be a solitary fish, but I hope we can find out quickly and maybe catch some more.
Nice one.
Bye-bye. First bass. We're not giving up. We're gonna hunt them during the night because sea bass fishing can actually be really good during the night. So let's go and try catch another big one. What's going on?
Ooh. I have a fish on. They really want small lures.
Is it a good fish?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's very big, but the thing is, I'm standing really bad here. There's like a boat, there's like something else, and there's like a big pole. So
right.
I'm gonna have problem to get it up, but it's not big. So I think I can just lift it.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, this is crazy. It was really fun, and the thing is, I think we're gonna catch more. I'm gonna release it because I want to catch more. I think there's plenty of them here.
All right,
So,
let's go.
Yeah, they are coming here with light. Like there's a lot
Yeah,
of.
there's a bit light here, and there's some bait fish. So I think they're gathering up, and I hope we can get some more. Yep. Got another one.
It's crazy catching them.
Yeah, 2 casts in a row. Actually, nice. Up.
Whoopa! Catching them on tiny lures. So we are still fishing and he's hooked up to a bigger one.
It was really strong at the beginning. Went to the left under the boat. Had to chase it around the pole. Very nice fish.
Då var det slut för idag och vi måste packa ihop nu eftersom imorgon måste vi upp väldigt tidigt. Och abborrarna då, havsabborrarna, var ganska svårfångade. Det var trögt på dagen, men det var kul att vi fick några till slut. Så att vi hoppas på bättre och större fiskar imorgon. Så det är väldigt tidigt på morgonen, klockan är typ 5 och vi ska precis åka ut med en stor båt här och åka ut långt ut på havet och där kommer vi fiska havsabborre med Nick från Sport Fishing Company och det kommer bli riktigt kul. Så nu kör vi! Vi har precis kommit ut till platsen där vi ska fiska nu och det är typ nästan öppet hav. Det är 100 kilometer från land och vi kommer fiska på ungefär 30-40 meter över sån här sjunkna skepp. Och där står det mängder med havsabborre. Så då kommer vi kasta ut och sen så veva typ jättesnabbt och sen så kommer de där och hugga. Och nu ska min kompis Daniel berätta för er vilka drag och vilka beten man kommer använda under detta fisket.
Since we're jigging, I'm using spinning rod up to 100 grams, and I'm using a speed jig, which is 80 grams. Just wanna drop it to the bottom, and then close up your bill, get 15 to 20 turns in, and open up the bill again, so it keeps going further out and further out with the current.
But hey, it looks like they have fish behind us.
Yeah, they have big fish behind us.
So I think
We should film them.
we should
All right.
film them or fish by ourselves. Like this is
Mooi, Nick.
Yeah,
Big one. He's got a big one on.
Yeah, this is the captain, Nick. He has a big one.
So Nick, tell me what's happening.
It's a nice sea bass, I think.
Yeah,
Like
that looks like a good one. It's very strong.
Very strong.
This is crazy. They put more like they fight better than the perch at home.
Everybody's getting hooked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Five fish on. Oh,
Everybody.
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, that was the worst netting I've seen. Good one.
I'm putting maximum pressure on, but
Like,
oh, there was a big one behind it. Yeah, following it up to the boat.
like Daniel, I wouldn't say they are small, but they are not enormous. And
They're
still,
not enormous,
and
but they're
still-
so strong.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 3 in the net. 3 in the net. One more.
Take it.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yes.
Yay.
Look at that net, dude. Look at that net. Look at this.
Sea bass fishing when it's at its best.
Holy shit. Die is groot, jongen.
Always September and October, the fishes go to school for the winter time. The temperature from the water is going down. They are schooling to get some food to eat, small fish. After that, the fish October they will swim to the ocean. That's warmer water, and that's why we fish now in September.
Så då tar jag ner, det är fullt med fisk under oss här, så nu tar jag bara ner draget till botten och sen så kommer det förmodligen hugga. Ser jag cool ut också. Yeah, fish on, fish on. Yeah, it was. I think this one is decent. Like everyone is hooked up at the same time. So I'm just gonna swing it up. Sea bass. Sea bass fishing.
Nice, man.
Thank you. This was
Very good. Nice.
like this is 40 centimeters maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, 50.
I think it looks like a big perch or something. Like,
Yeah, silver perch.
a silver perch with a lot of spikes on it.
Nice fish.
So let's release it, and I want
Yeah.
to catch an even bigger one because there's bigger one here.
Yeah,
I've seen
alright.
it. I've seen it. You guys have caught bigger ones. So
Toss it in.
yeah, toss it in.
So Max just hooked into a really big fish, and it's peeling drag, as you can see. Yep,
Oh, you have one as well.
got one as well.
Double hooked up.
This one's really far away. I'm almost out of line. So it's gonna be at least 150, 200 meters.
Crazy.
Yep.
So this is a really big.
This is
Sea
a
bass.
really big sea bass.
So this is like a monster.
This is a monster.
And how long do you think it is?
I think it's around 70 centimeters or so. And we're gonna find out.
So do you hold it up there? Yeah. Good. So it's 74 centimeters.
74.
So that's a really big. That's a monster. This is how a big sea bass should look like.
All right, now throw it back.
Let's catch another one in that size. Like it's biting all the time.
Yeah, man.
Good one.
Hit me.
Give me 5. Give me 5. Like this is so fun. This is so fun. It's time to go home. The sea bass, they have stopped to bite because the current died. So
the current is gone and the tide has turned, so we're heading back home. And tomorrow we're going for another trip. So
yes.
I hope we catch some more tomorrow.
Yeah,
but it was a really good trip today.
Yeah, and
with a very good captain.
And they were so big, the bass. I didn't imagine they would be so big. So yeah,
Yeah,
good.
crazy fishing.
Crazy fishing.
Chillfiske.
Yeah, let's go home and
Let's go home.
prepare for tomorrow. Då har jag precis kommit till vattnet igen och idag så har nämligen Daniel ordnat så att vi får åka ut med Jerome som faktiskt är en riktigt duktig havsabborrefiskeguide. Så med honom så kommer vi åka ut med båten och förmodligen lokalisera många och stora abborrar.
So I've known Jeroen for a couple of years now. He went to the same school as me, the Sport Fishing Academy in Holland. He's a very experienced fisherman, and since this year he's been guiding with his own company. It's called Jeviskits, and I really hope we're going to catch the big ones, but I have a lot of faith in him, so let's go.
So the plan today is to catch some sea bass on surface lures, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna fish with soft baits. The first spot we're gonna try is a big island with a lot of rocks around it, and it's a very good spot because the current goes through the island, and behind those rocks are laying the sea bass, and we're gonna cast the surface lures through the rocks. And we twitch it above the rocks, and the sea bass are lying behind the rocks and they attack the surface lures, and that's very spectacular. So the lures we fish with are like imitation bleak or sand eels. Sea bass love to hunt for these, and these are the soft baits. And for surface lures we use walk the dog lures, so that we twitch them left to right. Big ones, small ones, sometimes they want the big ones, sometimes they want small ones. So a variation of topwater lures is very important.
Då är det dags att börja och här gäller det att kasta precis in till kanten och sen så försöka ha inte någon slacklina för att få utbetet att gå så bra som möjligt. Och sen så ser man här att det är väldigt bra ström, så här samlar abborren och äter. Så då kör vi första kastet för idag.
Watch out for the seagulls.
I've always wanted to catch one. But you think it's going to be good today?
Yeah,
Good weather and stuff
good
like that.
conditions are very good.
What's the worst condition you can have?
The worst condition, it's very sunny, no wind and no tide. And you have to have, now you see the current
Yeah.
everywhere. That's very important. When you don't have current, you can't catch anything.
Du har kört ett litet tag med ytbeten och det har inte levererat något, så då ska vi byta och köra lite djupare och köra med jiggar istället. Och jag har satt på såna Nitro Sprat, och det som är bra med den har de sagt är att Man ska köra offset-riggat för vi kommer kasta precis in till land och där är det fullt med musslor och sådant, och om man skulle ha en vanlig jiggkrok så skulle man fastna, men med en sån här offset-riggad så kommer det bli utmärkt. Ska vi se om vi kan få något på det. Nu har jag en fisk på här. Den är inte stor, men det är skönt att fånga en fisk idag. Så ska vi se här. Den är inte stor alltså. Men det är en sea bass. Så här ser första sea bassen ut för idag. Den är liten och fin. Det har varit riktigt högt fiske nu ett tag. Eftersom det är lågvatten, men sen bara högg det på en från ingenstans. Och den säger de är lite bättre. Is it like a decent fish here?
Yeah, it's a decent fish.
Do you take it?
Yeah, I take it, man.
Don't drop it. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a nice one.
very nice.
Well, I'll take it. So we were just filming some slow motion picture of this bass, and then he hooks a quite decent one, I must say. What do you think? Hiro?
Yeah, it's a very nice one.
So you land it, and then we can post it together.
Yeah, got it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
He caught a nice one. I caught a nice one. He caught it on hard bait,
Yeah.
and mine on the nitro sprat again. So do you think we can catch more now?
Yeah,
Since we
yeah,
caught-
they're feeding now.
Yeah.
You see the current over there? And
Yeah.
I think they're feeding now. So,
So we let them go, and then we continue.
yeah,
Catch and release.
Always.
And it's why always?
the sea bass, it's in critical condition.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I always put the sea bass back, especially the big ones. Sometimes I take like 50 centimeters, sometimes I take one with me to eat, but no, 99% of the sea bass I throw them back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good, perfect.
Yeah.
Laughed at the mall cause your mama forgot. I know it hurts.
So the tide is over now. It's a low tide, so there's no current. And when there's no current, the sea bass don't hunt. So now it's time for us to eat. And in 1 hour, the current starts again, and then the sea bass go for the hunt, and then we're gonna fish again. But first, nice hamburger.
Keep it alive till the morning comes. Just a smile until we get around. Keep it alive till the sun comes out. Just a smile until we see the light. Just make your mind.
Fish on.
On the A-let.
Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, this is a decent one. Do you think you're able to land it?
Yeah, no problem.
We just went back to this place, like I said we're gonna catch fish. It's good current here, and then like 5 minutes of fishing.
And
This is like a decent one.
we got one.
We got one. Like, look at it. Ooh, I don't want to fall in. This is like 50 centimeters, maybe?
Yeah.
Perfect. Another one.
Another one.
Perfect.
Not so big, but beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Very nice strike. Very nice. Let's throw him back. The reason why we start to catch fish now is because the current is very strong. So the basses start feeding and they hunt above the oyster banks. I think we can catch a lot of fish now.
Keep it alive till the morning comes. Just a smile until we get around. Keep it alive till the sun comes out. Just a smile until we see the light. Keep it alive till the morning comes. Just a smile until we get around. Keep it alive till the sun comes out. Just a smile until we see the light. Keep it alive. Just a smile.
We're gonna end this day with 2 sea bass. It was a double take in the end of the day, and I've had actually a really good day. We caught a lot of them, and what do you think?
Yeah, it was an excellent day. First with soft baits, then with top lures, so perfect.
So now it's time to let them back. See you later.
Bye.
Through